Hello and welcome to this introductory video about Phonemos. For those of you who still don't know what Phonemos is an online wiki editor created by Linkyard with which you can work easily together with all your team, your clients, your customers, and also external partners. In this video, I'm going to explain the basic functionality, like for example here the menu structure or the menu tree, and then how to create and edit pages. And at the end, I'm going to show you some example use cases for which Phonemos is very useful. All right, let's dive right into it and let's create our first Phonemos page. For this, you click on the Create button, and then you have various different options. Like for example, you can create a page from a template, you can create your own page from scratch, and you can create a file stack. A file stack is useful for making a page where you can upload your data, like for example, videos, voice recordings, or images, or screenshots, or something like that. You can also create an external link. I've done this here. For example, when you click here, then you hop over to Google, but this is not what we want to do now. We want to create our first page. Here with the template or folder, you can order your templates. So let's start with creating a page. Here's like a new page, and then you can create your content. This content, you can structure it basically like in Word. Like for example, here you create a headline, and then you can assign it the heading number 1. And same goes for headline number 2. And like this, you can structure your content. Apart from that, we have included a couple of features that we call macros. You can open the macro tab here, and then you can see here, for example, you can create a task. So if you work with your clients and you need this, as an example, that someone sends an email, you just write here, send email. Let's say the email needs to be sent until next Monday. Then you can click here on Monday, and then you can assign it to some of your Phonemos users. Let's say I assign it to myself now. As you can see here, I have I have 2 tasks due. And when I click on save, here the task list goes to 3. And now this send email tasks shows up here. And when I tick it, it disappears here, and it's as finished. Further macros that we can include. I'm not going to go through every macro, but just like mention the most important ones. For example, you can create a BPMN diagram. This is very straightforward. Here, like for example, you just drag and drop it, and then you can create your arrows to structure it, and you can save it, and then it shows up here. I've created a little example for this on this page so that you can see what's possible, but there are endless ideas of how to use this. And yeah, let's go back to our Phonemos page so that I can show you more macros. Let's delete this one. And here, other macros, of course, you can include emojis, you can include drawings. Tables are also, of course, included. Like, for example, task 1, you can make a quick task list with your table, and then you can also sort and filter the table like you would know from Word, probably. You can create status panels, for example, task not finished. And then you can assign it a color. Here I would use red if it's not finished. And then like this, you can structure your content really neatly. So those were more or less the most important macros that you can use on Phonemos. Apart from this, apart from the macros, I wanted to go over some basic use cases for which Phonemos is very useful. Let's say, for example, you have a company or an organization and you want to publish your news feed, then you can use a Phonemos page and then publish it on the internet. This is also possible, so it's not only internal, but you can make like a regular website. Other use case would be, for example, the BPMN diagrams and using it for brainstorming or for working together on your processes, for improving them. Another big area of Phonemos is the knowledge management. So we at Linkyard, we have noticed that knowledge management in a lot of companies is a bit of neglected because it's a bit tedious work to structure your knowledge really well and to give the permissions to the right people, and then some knowledge is lost. And with Phonemos, you can tackle this problem and save your company or your organization a lot of time, because you can structure your content really great with the folders or with file stacks. And so you can make sure that your content doesn't get lost. Also, another use case is requirements engineering. Here you can work together, for example, with your clients. You can invite them to your Phonemos instance, and then you two can work together on writing the software requirements. Another example of a use case is to create task lists and just to write down after a meeting, for example, all the different tasks that the people should do and until when they are due. They always get a notification so they know what they have to do. And the last use case would be like using Phonemos for decision making or for risk matrices, elaborating those. I hope this first Phonemos introduction video was helpful and interesting to you. Stay tuned for more Phonemos videos in the future. Bye bye.